A fiddler on the roof. Sounds crazy, no?
Where is she?
Here in our village of Anatevka, you could say that each of us is a fiddler on the roof.
Hold on, Don. She's not there. Why isn't she there?
I don't think there's a ladder in place for her.
Ladder isn't there.
Okay, it'd be nice if I knew. Okay.
The ladder is on the other side.
Why is that? It was there before.
To get up there.
That means somebody moved it.
A fiddler on the roof. Sounds crazy, no? Here in our little village of Anatevka, you could say that each of us is a fiddler on the roof, trying to scratch out a simple, pleasant tune without breaking our neck. It isn't easy. You might ask, why do we stay up there if it's so dangerous? We stay because Anatevka is our home. And how do we keep our balance? That I can tell you in one word. Tradition!
Should have been out already.
Tradition! 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 Because of our traditions, we've been able to keep our balance all these many years. Here in Anatevka, we have traditions for everything. How to eat, how to sleep, how to wear clothes. For instance, we always keep our heads covered and wear a prayer shawl. This shows our constant devotion to God. You may ask, how did the tradition start? I'll tell you. I don't know. But it's a tradition. And because of our traditions, each of us knows who he is and what God expects him to do. Who day and night must scramble for a living, feed a wife and children, saves daily bread, and who has the right as master of the house to have the final word at home. The Papa! Tradition! The Papa! Tradition!
A way to make a proper home, a quiet home, a kosher home. Who was raised a family and run the home, so Papa's free to read the holy book. The
Tradition! The Tradition!
At 3 I started Hebrew school, at 10 I learned a trade. I hear they picked a bride for me, I hope she's pretty. The sons, tradition, the sons,
Tradition!
And who does Mama teach to mend and fix? Preparing me to marry whoever Papa picks.
the matchmaker.
Avram, I have the perfect match for your son. A wonderful girl.
Who is it?
It's Rachel, the shoemaker's daughter.
Well, she can hardly see. She's almost blind.
Tell the truth, Avram. Is your son so much to look at? The way she sees and the way he looks, it's a perfect match!
And Nachum, the beggar. Alms for the poor. Alms for the poor.
Here's 1 kopeck, Reb Nachum.
1 kopeck. Last week you gave me 2 kopecks.
I had a bad week.
So, if you had a bad week, why should I suffer? And of course, most important, our beloved rabbi.
Rabbi, may I ask you a question?
Certainly, my son.
Is there a proper blessing for the Tsar?
Proper blessing for the Tsar. Of course. May God bless and keep the Tsar far away from us.
A much wider circle.
Look at Tanya.
His Honor, the Constable. His Honor, the Priest. His Honor, and many others. We don't bother them, and so far, they don't bother us. Among ourselves, we get along perfectly well. Well, except for the time when he sold him a horse and delivered a mule, but that's all settled now. We all get along in peace and harmony.
It was a horse.
It was a mule.
It was a horse.
It was a mule.
It was a horse.
It was a mule.
Horse.
You're not snapping to everything. No, don't care. You gotta sing. You can't snap and sing.
Tradition. Without our traditions, our lives would be as shaky as a finger on the roof.
Don't talk about it. Remember when table and chairs were like that? So the table and chairs are on stage. Can someone just move it to place? You see it? Just move it.
Here.
Dave, are you moving the house or no?
Talking to me?
No. Dave? Are you moving the house? No, wrong. It's that.
Is that what okay?
Yeah, but are you moving it to the house or should we forget it?
Are you moving the house around?
Or should we not? Should we not move it now? We should-
Yeah, I'd rather have some practice with,
Is
my-
this attached to this?
So we're not doing it now, right?
no, we're not doing it now.
Okay, got it.
Fast question. When we did the choreography,
No, don't talk about that now, it's not fun.
Mama, what should I do with these?
Hold on. I got the wrong cue. There it is.
Mama, what should I do with these?
Put them on my head. By the stall, foolish girl. Where's Hava?
She's in the barn milking.
Mama, when will Papa be home?
It's almost Sabbath. A lot he cares when he'll be home. Riding all day on top of his wagon like a prince.
Mama, you know Papa works hard.
His horse works harder, and you don't have to defend your papa to me. I know him a lot longer than you. He could drive a person crazy. Let him live and be well. Spritzer, bring me some more potatoes. Hava, have you finished milking?
You made a U-turn, back it up, you can't do it, you're in the dark. Just stop, don't walk anymore,
Okay.
okay?
Hava, have you finished milking?
coming. She's down the road.
Can I go out?
Not yet. I wonder if she found a match for you.
Ah, from your mouth to God's ears.
Why does she have to come now, Mama? It's almost Sabbath.
Finish what you were doing, and let me talk to Yenta alone.
Can I go out and play?
Yarvi, go!
Can I go too?
Go to.
But Mama, the men she finds, they're so old. The last one was bald. He had no hair.
Ah, poor girl without a dowry can't be too particular. You want hair? Marry a monkey.
But Mama, after all, I'm not yet 20.
Don't boast about your age. You want to tempt the evil eye? Inside.
Golda! Golda, darling, I had to see you. I have such news for you. And not every day in the week news. Once in a lifetime news. Where are your daughters? Outside, no? Oh, good, good. Such diamonds, such jewels. You'll see, Golda. I will find husbands for every one of them. But you shouldn't be so picky. Even the worst husband, God forbid, is better than no husband, God forbid. And who would know better than me? After my husband died, I became a poor widow, alone. No one to talk to, nothing to say to anyone. It's no life. All I do at night is think of him, and even thinking of him gives me no pleasure, because you know as well as I, he wasn't much of a person, never could make a living. Everything he touched turned to mud. But better than nothing.
Good evening. Is Seidel in the house?
Come back later.
I really need to talk to her.
I said later.
Oh, I thought I heard Muddle.
Finish what you were doing. I said later.
All right.
So what does that poor little tailor Mutton want with sight?
They've been friends since they were babies. They talk, they
They
play.
play? What do they play?
They're only children.
From such children come other children.
Ah, Motto, he's a nothing. Yenta, you were saying.
Children. They a blessing in your old age. But my husband, Aaron, he couldn't give me children. Believe me, he was as good as gold. He never raised his voice to me. But other than that, he wasn't much of a man. So what good is it that he didn't raise his voice? But what's the use complaining? Other women like to complain, but not Yenta. Not every woman is a Yenta. Well, I must prepare my poor Sabbath table. So, Golda, it was wonderful seeing you and talking our hearts out to each other.
Yenta, you have news for me.
Oh, my head. I'm losing my head. One day it'll fall off altogether and a horse will kick it in the mud and there will go Yenta. Of course, the news. It's about Laser Wolf, the butcher. A man, a fine man, and I don't have to tell you he's well off. But he's lonely, the poor man. You understand? Of course you do. So, to make it short, out of the whole town, he's cast his eyes on Saito. My Saito? No, the Tsar's Saito. Of course you're Saito.
And such a match for my Seidel. But Debbie wants a learned man. He doesn't like laser.
Listen to me, Golda. Send him today. Don't tell him what it's about. Let Laser discuss it himself. Win him over. He's a good man. A wealthy man. True? True. So, you'll tell me how it went. And you don't have to thank me, Golda, because aside from my fee, which of course Laser will pay, it gives me satisfaction to make people happy. What greater satisfaction is there? So, goodbye, Golda. And you're welcome.
What did she want, Mama?
When I want you to know, I'll tell you.
I wonder if Yenta found a husband for you.
I'm not anxious for Yenta to find me a husband.
Not unless it's Muckle the tailor.
I didn't ask you.
Well,
Silent, you're the oldest. They have to find a match for you before they can find one for me.
And after her, one for me.
So if Yenta brings,
Oh, Yenta, Yenta.
well, someone has to arrange the matches. Young people can't decide these things for
She
themselves.
might pick someone wonderful
Someone interesting.
and well off.
And important. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a fine, catch me a catch. Matchmaker, matchmaker, look real, and make me a perfect match.
Like a Halloween affair, you crazy girl,
God, did you have to make my poor old horse lose his shoe just before the Sabbath? That wasn't nice. It's enough. You pick on me, Tevye, and bless me with 5 daughters and a life of poverty. What have you got against my horse? You know, sometimes I think when things get a little too quiet up there, you say to yourself, what mischief can I play on my good friend Tevye?
So, you're finally here, my breadwinner.
I'll talk to you later.
Where's your horse?
I got an invitation to the blacksmith for the Sabbath.
The Sabbath won't wait. Come on. Come home.
As the good book says, heal us, O Lord, and we shall be healed. In other words, send us the cure. We have the sickness already.
There it is, God. Don't stop talking.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. That's what you meant. Okay,
Yeah,
so just keep
that's-
going. It's not an interlude.
That's why I stopped you. It's not.
I'm glad you
Just
told
keep
me.
talking.
So just keep talking.
Yeah, because on some videos, that's where the song starts.
Okay.
It does it with us.
All right. I'm really glad you showed me that. Okay.
Me too.
All right. Heal us, O Lord, and we shall be healed. In other words, send us the cure. We have the sickness already. I'm not really complaining. After all, with your help, I'm starving to death. You made many, many poor people. I know that it's no shame to be poor. But it's no great honor either. So what would have been so terrible if I could have had a small fortune? If I were rich, all day long I did. If I were a man, wouldn't have to work hard. If I were I did. Big tall house with rooms by the dozen, right in the center of the town. A fine tin roof with beautiful floors below. There would have been one long staircase just going up, and one even longer going down, and one more leading nowhere just to show. I'd fill my yard with chicks and turkeys and geese and ducks from the Tennessee and here, squawking just as noisily as they can. And with each like the trumpets in the ears, as if to say, let's hope they meant. If I were a rich man, all day long I did. If I were a wealthy man, wouldn't have to work hard. If I were an itty rich diddle man, I'd see my wife, my gold, living like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising meals to a heart's delight. I'd see her putting on ends and strutting like the peacock. Hey, what a happy mood she's in! Screaming at the servants day and night. The most important men in town would come to fall on me. They'd ask me to advise them like solemn wise. you're done. And it won't make one bit of difference if I answer right or wrong. When you're rich, they think you really know. If I were rich, I'd have the time that I have to sit in the synagogue and pray, and maybe have a seat at the eastern wall. I would discuss the holy books with the learned men 7 hours every day, and that would be the sweetest of all. If I were all day long, if I were a wealthy man, wouldn't have to work hard. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decreed I should be what I am. Would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a wealthy man?
There he is. You're a kid out for the wrong hole.
That way?
Yep. Go back. Pick a hole.
Do I need to move this over?
Nope. They're gonna go around it. Bring the spike in though so you'll know exactly where to put it. There he is. Oh, you forgot the order for the Sabbath.
Reb Mordechai, I had an accident with my horse.
Debbie, you read the rabbi's order.
You guys have to get closer to the cart because you're in the dark.
I know, Reb Mendel.
Tevye, you forgot my order for the Sabbath.
There's bigger news than the plague in Odessa.
Speaking of news, there's terrible news in the outside world. Terrible.
What is it?
What does it say?
In a town called Rananka, all the Jews were they were evicted. They were asked to leave their homes.
For what reason?
It doesn't say. Maybe the Tsar wanted their land. Maybe a plague.
Maybe today the Tsar have his own personal plane. Ha 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 ha.
Amen.
Why don't you ever bring us some good news?
I just read it. It was an edict from the authorities.
Maybe authorities are itching in places they can't reach. Ha 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 ha. Amen.
Why do you curse them? What good does your cursing do? You stand around, curse, chatter, and don't do anything. You all chatter your way into the grave.
Excuse me, you're not from this village?
No,
Where are you from?
Kiev. I was a student at the university there.
Aha, university. Is that where you learn to criticize your elders?
That is where I learned that there's more to life than talk. You should know what's going on in the outside world.
Ah, why should I break my head about the outside world? Let them break their own heads.
It's all right. The good book says if you spit into the air, it will land in your face.
That's nonsense. You can't close your eyes to what's happening in the world.
He's right.
He is right, and he is right. How can they both be right?
You know, you're also right.
He's right. He's still wet behind the ears. Good Sabbath, Tevye.
Tevye, the rabbi's order, my cheese.
I'm from you gotta leave.
So you're from Kiev, Reb
Perchik.
Perchik. I see. So you're a stranger here. As Abraham said, I am a stranger in a strange land.
Moses said that.
Forgive me. As King David said, I am slow of speech and slow of tongue.
That was also Moses.
For a man who is slow of tongue, he sure talked a lot. So,
Mendel, did you get your cheese?
And my cheese?
here. Have a piece.
I have no money and I'm not a beggar.
Here, it is a blessing for me to give. You know, it is no crime to be poor.
In this world, it's the rich who are the criminals. Someday their wealth will be ours.
That would be nice. They would agree. I would agree.
And who will make that miracle come to pass?
People. Ordinary people.
Like you?
Like me.
Nonsense.
So, Red Perchik, until your golden day arrives, how will you live?
By giving lessons to children. Do you have children?
I have 5 daughters.
5
daughters?
Girls are children too. Girls are people.
A radical.
I would be willing to teach them, to open their minds to great thoughts.
What great thoughts?
The Bible has many lessons for our time.
I am a very poor man. Food for lessons? Ah, good. Come spend the Sabbath with us. We may not eat like kings, but we don't starve either. As the good book says, when a poor man eats a chicken, one of them will be sick.
And where does the good book say that?
It doesn't exactly say that, but somewhere it says something about a chicken. Good Sabbath.
Sabbath.
Sorry. Wait.
Ah,
You have to say good Sabbath.
good Sabbath, children.
Good Sabbath.
Sabbath, Sabbath, Papa.
Motel, can you move the table over? Say
Children, this is Perchik. Perchik, this is my oldest daughter.
Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath.
You have a pleasant daughter.
Oh, I have 5 pleasant daughters. This is mine, and 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 this is not mine. Perchik, this is Muttle Camswell. He's the tailor in our
in
town.
front of the table, Golda.
So you did me a favor and came in.
Stop, and look out.
This,
Don't turn.
this is also mine. Golden, this is Perchik. He's going to spend the Sabbath with us. He's from Kiev. He is a teacher. Children, would you like to take lessons from him?
I am a very good teacher. A really good teacher.
I heard the rabbi who praises himself as a congregation of one.
Your daughter has a quick and witty tongue.
The wit she gets from me. The tongue, well, as the good book says,
Ah, the good book can wait. Get washed.
the tongue she gets from her mother.
Motto, you're
Turn
also...
around, Golda.
Motto, you're also eating with us? Ah, another blessing. Seidel, 2 more. Spritzer Bielka, get washed.
Mother can help me.
Get the table, Hava, you go too. Ah, you can wash at the well. Tavia, I have something to tell you. Tavia,
Why should today be different than any other day?
I have to talk to you.
Shh, I'm crying.
Laser Wolf wants to see you.
The butcher? About what?
I don't know, only that he says it's important.
What could be important? I have nothing for him to slaughter.
After the Sabbath, see him, talk to him.
About what? If he wants to buy my new milk cow, he can forget it.
Yeah, don't be an ox. A man sends an important message. The least you could do is talk to him.
About what? He wants to buy my milk cow.
Talk to him.
All right, after the Sabbath, I'll talk to him.
Mother, Yenta was here.
Yes, I saw her.
Mother, if they agree on someone, there'll be a match, and then it's going to be too late for us.
Don't worry, Cyril. I found someone who'll sell me his used sewing machine in a few weeks. buy it, and then your father will be impressed with me.
Mother, a few weeks may be too late.
What else can we do?
You can ask for my hand from my father tonight, now.
Why should he consider me now? I'm just a poor tailor.
And I'm just the daughter of a poor milkman. Talk to him.
If he says no, Cyril, that's it, it's final. He'll yell at me.
Muddle.
I'm just a poor tailor.
Muddle, even a poor tailor is entitled to some happiness.
That's true.
Will you talk to him tonight? Talk to him.
All right, I'll talk to him.
Where's everyone?
It's late. Children, come, we have to light the candles.
What is it?
What is it?
You're not on
Good
stage
sound
yet.
for a tailor.
Get off the stage. You're not on stage.
Come, children, come. We have to light the candles.
Now you can come out. You don't come out till she starts to sing. Nothing's changed. Please leave the stage. She hasn't sung yet. Now come out slowly.
Lord, protect and defend you. May He always shield you from shame. May you come to me in Israel, a shining name. May you be like Ruth and like Esther. May you be deserving of grace. Strengthen them, O Lord, and keep them from the stranger's way. May God
upstage in front of each house, got it.
And
They're
upstage
very
in front
serious,
of
they-
Teddy's house, and then the other side in front of the other house.
Yep, I got it.
You can't go up upside down, it has to go right, because it'll get caught. Richard, that goes by this house. Yep. Too far, too far, too far. There you go. And then just have them grab some chairs.
Cheers.
Also, Richard, there's that small bench that slides everywhere. Can you just put it behind that chair?
Bad. Fix that.
Thank you. That's exactly right. No, but not next to the table. We need two chairs, two more, yeah, that's the extra seat. So that side I need, this side I need two extra chairs. That side's fine.
Two extra chairs.
Yeah,
Like this?
it doesn't matter.
No chairs.
Yes, there are.
Any chairs, everybody? Any chairs?
And if you don't have it, don't worry about it.
You want the bar out also?
She's not here, so don't worry about it. It's
Okay.
fine.
Are we gonna take the cups off the bar when we come by, or they're gonna be on the table?
So everybody's responsible, except for the Russians, to bring out their own bar, their own cups. So the Jews bring their cups out, the Russians will have it on the bar.
Do we take it from the bar when we go?
Yes.
We couldn't hear you, Val.
The Russians will take it off the bar, the Jews will walk out with their cups. So right now, the Jews take their cups, the Russians don't worry, because we're not bringing it out yet.
How many cups in total?
I think there's like 4 Jews and 3 Russians, I'm not really
4
sure.
Jews, 3 Russians, and
Whatever we
a
have,
dog?
I'm not sure.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah, 4 Russians.
Norman, pay attention to see if I
All
remember.
right, Russians, don't worry about your cups today. Let's start the scene. Jews on stage.
See what happens.
All right, we're ready.
No, you're on stage in a blackout, and no one's on stage.
Everybody who's supposed to be on stage, go on stage.
We're missing 2 chairs, don't worry. Rabbi, you're not in the scene. This is a drunk. Unless he starts to drink, which I will. So sit in the chair. Is the fiddler there? There you go. So who am I missing? Is that it?
Eva.
She's over there. So I'm not missing anybody? All the Jews are there? Yes? Oh, that's perfect then. Okay. So it'd be nice if I give you some lights. And that's not it. And that's it. No.
Remorka.
No, wait.
Oh, sorry.
There it is. Go.
Remorka.
Yes, Laser Wolf.
Please bring me a bottle of your best brandy with 2 glasses.
What's the occasion? You getting ready for a party?
There might be a party, or maybe even a wedding.
A wedding. Wonderful. I'll be there. Happy to make the arrangements, be married, and dancing and so forth for a little fee, naturally.
Naturally, a wedding is no wedding without you and your fee.
You're not walking in drinking, and someone has to say good evening.
Oh, that's right, we grabbed it on the bar.
Someone has to say good evening, constable.
Right.
Whose line is that?
It's mine, but somebody supposed to say good evening first. Good evening, Constable.
Okay, go back. Go back and do it again.
Good evening.
When you walk out, how about everybody saying good evening, constable? Because the scene just died.
Innkeep.
Whatever it is, go out.
Kevin.
And your feet, go.
Good evening, innkeeper.
Good evening. Good evening.
I want a drink.
Vodka or schnapps?
Vodka.
Right away.
Good evening.
Mendel's supposed to say, what are you doing?
Good evening.
What are you doing here so early?
You look at the Russians. You only look at the Jews, always.
What are you doing here so early?
He wants to buy a man a milk cow.
Ah,
Good evening, Rabbi Lezer.
Ah, Tevye, sit down. Have a drink.
Thank you. I won't insult you by saying no.
How goes it with you, Tevye?
How should it go?
You're right.
And with you?
You're right. You're right, and you. The same.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So, how's your brother-in-law in America?
Oh, I believe he's doing very well.
He wrote you?
Not lately.
Then how do you know?
Well, if he was doing badly, he would write.
Tevye, I suppose you know why I wanted to see you.
Yes, Rabbi Lezer, but there's no use talking about it.
Why not?
Why, yes? Why should I get rid of her?
Well, you have a few more without her.
Well, I see. So today you want one, tomorrow you want two.
Two? What would I do with two?
The same as you do with one.
Tevye, this is very important to me.
Why? Why is it so important to you?
Frankly, because I'm lonesome.
Lonesome? What are you talking about?
You don't know?
Yes, we're talking about my new milk cow, the one you want to buy from me.
A milk cow? So I won't be lonesome.
What's so funny?
I was talking about your daughter Seidel.
My daughter Seidel?
Of course your daughter Seidel. I see her every Thursday in my butcher shop. She's made a good impression on me. I like her. And as for me, Tevye, as you know, I'm pretty well off. I have my house, a good store, a servant. Look, Tevye, why do we have to try and impress each other? Let's shake hands and call it a match. And you won't need a dowry for her. And maybe you'll find something in your own purse, too.
For shame! Shame on you! My Seidel is not the sort that I would sell for money.
All right, just as you say. We won't talk about money. The main thing is, let's get it done with. And I'll be good to her, Tevye. I like her. What do you think?
What do I think? What do I think? I never liked him. Why should I? You can have a fine conversation with the
So,
man.
hold on. So you see where the light is?
Right
Look
here.
to your, no, don't look up, look to the floor.
Oh, here.
Yeah, there it is.
Somebody gonna put yellow tape here or something? So I.
Get rid of the spike in it. I just thought, you need to feel where it's heat. Don't look at light.
Okay.
You can feel the heat.
Just feel it. Okay. All right.
Or you can even move over a little bit, but that's as far as you can go that way. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
What do I think? I never liked him. Why should I? You can have a fine conversation with the man if you want to talk about kidneys and livers. On the other hand, not everyone needs to be a scholar. And if you're wealthy enough, no one will ever call you stupid. And with a butcher, surely my Seidel will never know hunger. On the other hand, he has a problem. He is much older than her. That's her problem. His problem is she is much younger than him. You know, I always thought of him as a butcher. I misjudged him. He's a good man. He likes her. I think he'll do his best to try to make her happy. What do I think? What do I think? I think it's a match.
You agree?
I agree.
Oh, Tevye, that's wonderful. Let's drink on it.
Why not? To you.
No, my friend, to you.
To the both of us.
To our agreement.
To our agreement. To our good health and happiness. To our prosperity. And most important, to life, l'chaim.
L'chaim, l'chaim, to life.
Here's to the father I tried to be.
Here's to my bride to be.
Drink l'chaim to life, to life.
L'chaim, 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 to life.
Life has a way of confusing us.
Blessing and bruising us.
Drink l'chaim to life. God would like us to be joyful, even when our hearts lie panting on the floor.
How much more can we be joyful when there's really something to be worth for? To life, l'chaim.
To Seidel, my daughter.
My wife! It gives you something something to think about.
Something to drink about. Drink Lafayette.
Life! Red Martha!
Yes, Mr. Wall.
Drinks for everybody!
What's the occasion?
I myself am taking a bride. Tell this. Title.
Let's go on to Kenya.
My wife! May all your futures be pleasant ones, not mine or present ones. Drink the fire to light the fire. The fire to light. It takes away to make us say, let's live another day. Drink the fire to light. The rainbow princess is you. We know that when good fortune favors two, such man is next to please, and we deserve it too. To us and our good fortune, be happy, be healthy, go life. And if we're fortunate enough to bring the fire to life. You know,
Russians, come out with them!
You didn't say Papa yet.
after we're married, we'll be family related. You will be my papa.
Hold on, please stop.
Your
As soon as the scene begins, you come out with him from the bar. I don't know why you never come out. And you can't pull that curtain, because we will be fined. You see how it's open? That should not be like that. Pull it back over before somebody blames us.
I got it.
Not that curtain. Behind you. Behind you.
Oh, sorry.
Behind you. Somebody pulled it open when they walked through it. There you go. Come out with the Jews
Now come out
from
with
the very
Let's go again.
beginning.
Let's go again. Do it again.
You guys all come out with us.
You see how the curtain moved again? You can't move the curtain like that.
You know, Tanya, after our marriage, we'll be related.
Hey,
You,
stay behind them.
you will be my papa.
Your Papa. I always wanted to have a son. I just thought he'd be a little younger than me.
Go, Russians, go! Go, Russians, go!
Good evening.
Good evening, Constable.
What's the celebration?
Heavy's oldest is getting married.
Heavier, may I offer my congratulations?
Why, thank you, Your Honor.
Heavier, I have a piece of news I think I should tell you as a friend.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I'm giving you this news because I like you. You're a decent, honest person, even though you are a Jewish dog.
Why, thank you, Your Honor. How often does a man get a compliment like that? Your news.
We have received orders that sometime soon this area is to have a little unofficial demonstration.
A pogrom? Here?
No. Just a little unofficial demonstration.
How little?
Not serious. Just a mischief. If the inspector comes through, he will see that we have done our duty. But personally, I don't know why there has to be this trouble between people. But I thought I should tell you, and you can tell the others.
Thank you, Your Honor. You are a good man. And if I may say so, it's too bad you're not a Jew.
That's what I like about you, Tevye. Always joking. And congratulations again for your daughter.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good night. Dear God, did you have to give me news like that? Today? Of all days? I know we are the chosen people. But every once in a while, can't you choose somebody else? Anyway, thank you for sending a husband for my title. L'chaim.
Come on stage, fiddler. And the light. Stand still.
Now, children, today I will tell you a story from the Bible of Laban and Jacob, and then we will discuss it, all right? Good. Now, Laban had two daughters, Leah and the beautiful Rachel, and Jacob loved Rachel and asked Laban for her hand. Laban agreed if Jacob would work for him for 7 years.
Was Laban a mean man?
He was an employer.
you know what happened? Laban fooled him and gave him his ugly daughter, Leah. So, in order for Jacob to marry Rachel, he was forced to work for another 7 years. So you see, children, the Bible clearly teaches us you must never trust an employer. Do you understand?
Yes, Purchase.
Good, good. Now,
Papa isn't up yet.
No, Mama.
Then we have to finish the lessons, enough lessons, we have to do Papa's work. Oh, that's right. How long can he sleep? He staggered home last night like a dead man and fell into bed. I couldn't get a word out of him. Call me when Papa gets up.
That was a very interesting lesson, Purchase.
do you think so?
I don't know if the rabbi would agree with your interpretation.
And I'm dealing with Rabbi Son.
My sisters have big tongues.
And what do you know about it, other than he's the Rabbi's son? Would you be interested in if he was the shoemaker's son? Or the tinsmith's son?
Well, at least I know he doesn't have any ideas about turning the world upside down.
Certainly. Any new idea would be strange to you. Remember, the Lord said, "Let there be light."
We have an old custom here. A boy talks respectfully to a girl, but that might be too traditional for a great thinker like you.
Certainly. Our traditions. Everything must stay the same. Nothing must change.
We like our ways.
Our ways are changing all over. Everywhere but here. Here, men and women must keep apart. Men study, women in the kitchen, boys and girls must not touch. They must not even look at each other.
I'm looking at you.
You are very brave. Do you know that in the city, boys and girls can be affectionate with one another without permission of a matchmaker? They hold hands together. They even dance together. New dances, like this. I learned it in IKEA. Do you like it? I think we just changed an old custom.
Thank you. And thank you. Good day.
Good day.
Tavia,
Yeah,
the other entrance.
this one?
And while we're stopped, Huddle, we have to walk downstage with him, not upstage.
Okay.
Cross in front of him when you go to your spot. Go on the other side. Go the other side of Perchik where you ended up for dance.
Oh, okay.
Now walk in front of him to cross. Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you. Good day. Thank you.
Good day.
Look, Spencer.
Huddle,
What's her
Mama.
name?
Huddle.
Huddle. Where's the site?
She's in the barn.
Call her out.
So you're finally up.
Perchik, how did today's lesson go?
Whoa, what just happened?
I came in too early.
Go back. That's so wrong. You just walked off at the same time.
Which
You
door
gotta
do I
go that way,
This
not
way?
that way.
This way? Okay.
Hey, look, Spritz.
Huddle.
What?
Huddle, Papa.
Where's the cycle?
She's in the barn.
Call her out. Call her out. So, Perchik, how did today's lesson go?
I think we made a good beginning.
Oh, you're finally up. What happened last night besides you drinking like a peasant? Did you see Laser Wolf? What did he say? What did you say? Did you have goosebumps?
Good
Die.
news will stay, and bad news will refuse to leave. There's a famous saying that you can
Die from such a man.
Yes, Papa.
Saito, my lamb, come here. You want to be congratulated. You're going to be married.
Married?
What do you mean?
Liza Wolf has asked for your hand.
I knew it.
The butcher?
My heart told me it was so. This is my lucky day. Thank you, God. Thank you.
And what do you say, Saito?
What can she say, my firstborn bride? May you grow old with him in fortune and honor. Not like that first wife of his, Fumasara. She was a bitter woman. May she rest in peace. Not like my Sidle. My Sidle have to go thank Yentu. My Sidle a bride.
Mazel tov, Saito.
You call that a muzzle dove? Red Perchik, aren't you going to congratulate her?
Congratulations for getting a rich man.
Again with the rich. What's wrong with being
There's
rich?
no reason to marry. Money is the world's curse.
May the Lord smite me with it, and may I never recover. Besides, Saito knows I only mean for her welfare. Isn't that right, Saito?
Yes, Papa.
You see?
I see. I see very well.
Saito, my child, why are you so silent? Aren't you happy with this blessing?
Oh, Papa. Papa.
What is it?
Papa, I don't want to marry him. I can't marry him. I can't.
What do you mean you can't? If I say you will, you will.
Papa, if it's a matter of money, I'll do anything. I'll hire myself out as a servant. I'll dig ditches. I'll haul rocks. Only don't make me marry him, please.
Why? What's wrong with Lazar? He likes you.
Papa, I'll be unhappy all my life. All my days will be unhappy. Papa, please don't force me.
Well, we made an agreement, and with us, an agreement is an agreement.
Is that more important to you than I am, Papa? All my life will be unhappy, Papa. Please.
All right, all right. I won't force you.
Oh, thank you, Papa.
I guess it was ordained that you should not have all of the comforts of life, and that we should not have some joy in our old age after all of our hard work.
Reb Tevye, can I speak with you?
Not now, not till later.
I really need to speak with you.
Not now, not till I have problems.
That's what I want to talk to you about. Your problems.
And please listen to him.
Are you going to help me? Like what? Like a bandage on a corpse? How are you going to help me?
I hear you're arranging the match for Tzidel.
So I see you have a tongue, you have ears too.
I have a match for Tzidel.
What kind of a match?
A perfect fit.
Perfect fit.
Like a glove.
Like a glove.
A match that was made exactly to measure.
A perfect glove. Fit. Made to measure. Why don't you stop talking like a tailor and tell me who it is?
Please don't yell at me, Tevye.
All right. All right. Who is it?
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 It's me. Myself.
Him? Himself? You're either completely out of your mind or you're crazy. It must be crazy. Arranging your own marriage? What are you? The bridegroom, the matchmaker, the guests, all rolled into one? I suppose now you're going to tell me you want to perform the ceremony too? It's crazy. It must be crazy.
Please don't yell at me, Reb Tevye. As far as being my own matchmaker, I know it's a little unusual.
A little unusual? It's crazy.
Times are changing, Reb Tevye. The thing is, your daughter Tzidel and I gave each other a pledge over a year ago that we would marry.
Gave each other a pledge.
Yes, Papa. We gave each other a pledge.
They gave each other a pledge. Unheard of. Absurd. They gave each other a pledge. Unthinkable. Where do they think they are? In Moscow? In Paris? Where do they think they are? America?
What do you think you're doing? You stitcher, you nothing. Who do you think you are, King Solomon? This is the way it's done. Not here, not now. Some things I cannot, I will not allow. Tradition, marriages must be arranged by the law. This should never be changed. One little time I pull out a stop, and where does it stop? Where does it stop? Where does it stop? Don't I have anything to say about my daughter anymore? Don't you have to ask her father's permission?
I've been wanting to ask you for some time, Reb Teviot, but I've been saving up enough to buy my own sewing machine.
Oh, stop talking nonsense. You're nothing but a poor tailor.
But even a poor tailor's entitled to some happiness. I promise, your daughter will not starve.
Starting to talk like a man. What kind of a match would that be? The poor tailor. On the other hand, I like him. He's honest, hard-working, but he has absolutely nothing. Then again, things can't possibly get any worse for him. They can only get better. We gave each other a pledge. I'm sorry. Each other a pledge. One thing of gold. But look at my daughter's face. She wants him. She loves him. In my own eyes, so hopeful. Tradition. Well, children, when should we make the wedding?
Oh, thank you, Papa.
You won't be sorry, Reb Teviot.
I won't be sorry. I'm sorry already.
Oh, thank you, Papa.
Thank you, Papa.
All right. Go, go. Ah, modern children. They pledged each other a troth. Huh. Ah, made each other a pledge. Unbelievable. Oh no! What am I going to tell Golda? What am I going to do about Golda? Help!
Lionel, do you want the music or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, Mother, you were wonderful.
It was a miracle. It was a miracle.
We don't have the bed out here. What do you want us to do?
You have to wait 2 seconds. Dave, is the bed coming out? Dave, can the bed come out or no?
Yes.
Yes, yes, you can.
Okay, so Don, can you just move the bench off the stage, please?
Center? Stage
Yes,
center?
yeah.
Center stage?
Actually, we're gonna do it, but
dreamt. I'll tell you what it meant.
It was terrible, terrible.
Tell me.
All right. Only don't be frightened.
Tell me.
All right. This was my dream.
Did you say this is my dream?
Yes,
I'm sorry.
that's okay. In the beginning, we were at a celebration of some sort. Everyone we knew was there. And musicians. And then, in the middle of the dream, in walked your grandmother Santo.
How'd she look?
Well, for a woman who's been dead for 30 years, she looked very good. Naturally, I went over to greet her, and she said,
A blessing on your head to see your daughter wed. Son of son of God, you saw a worthy. What is he? A wise
The tailor? She heard wrong. She meant a butcher.
You must have heard wrong, Grandma. With a butcher, Grandma, by the name of Little Wolf.
But we announced it already. We made a bargain with the butcher.
But we announced it, Grandma, to our neighbors. We made a bargain, Grandma, with the butcher, Little Wolf.
I say to you, Tevye, that's what they did too.
Hold on! Do you not hear the music? No. Really?
It's gotta be louder.
Louder, they would call us from the other Valencians. The last Taylor Muntel Camp Soil is only Tevye. You can't change the show ever, but not 3 days before Tech Week. You all never sang it. You should not be singing it. And I don't know how come you can't hear it. It's freaking loud. I can't make it any louder.
Okay. No problem.
We can hear it.
What?
We can hear it.
Then why is Jeannie's up here and she's like, they're not even singing with the music. It's like they're singing but don't want to listen. You can't count on Diane. You have to listen to the music. It's not hard. I don't know where this is, but just don't move. I'm just gonna bring it back to that first thing. Going into that.
If my grandma Sido, may she rest in peace, came all the way from the other world to tell us about the tailor, then all I can say is it's all for the best and it couldn't possibly be better. Amen. I'm placing on my head, mazel tov, as Grandma Sido said, mazel tov, we'll have a son-in-law, like no one's ever saw, the tailor Uncle Hamza.
We didn't have a man.
Mazel tov,
We had when we began.
mazel tov,
But since your grandma came, she married, what's his name?
the tailor Uncle Hamza.
The tailor Uncle Cancer. The tailor Uncle Cancer. The tailor Uncle Cancer.
Did you hear? Did you hear? Tevye's daughter Zidal is marrying Lionel the tailor.
No.
Yes, not Lazy Wolf.
What's all the excitement?
Tevye's daughter Sido is getting married.
I know, Lazy Wolf the Butcher, it's wonderful.
No, Muggle the tailor.
Muddle the Tailor, Tailor, that's
Yes,
terrible.
yes.
Mazel tov,
Mazel
mazel tov.
tov.
Silas marrying Model?
Yes.
That was like an hour ago.
I was moving the bed.
So you shouldn't be doing that. Mazel tov, shame till
Mazel
late.
tov.
Mazel tov.
Shane, no.
Imagine, Silas, that you say?
No, because you say Mazel Tov. Shane. He says Mazel.
Okay, what's wrong with my son Michael? You didn't say your line before me. Instead I say, what's wrong with my son Michael?
I say it first.
Oh my God, just get off the stage. We'll figure it out later. This is the dumbest thing ever.
You also,
I wanted to.
do you have a hat for me?
The butcher ordered a hat, but it's not cheap.
I got his bride. You can have his hat.
Okay, come with me.
Chava!
Chava, will you watch this store for me?
Of course.
Thank you, Chava.
Okay, come, I'll show you. Mazel tov, mazel tov.
Goodbye, Sasha. Get over here. Sasha, I said goodbye. They mean no harm.
Don't they? Is there something that you want?
Yes, I'd like to talk to you.
I'd rather not.
I've often seen you at the booksellers. Not too many girls in the village like to read books. Here, take this. It's very good.
No, thank you.
Why? Because I'm not Jewish? Do you feel about us the same way they feel about you? I didn't think you would. What do you know about me? Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a rather pleasant guy. Charming, honest, ambitious, quite bright, and very modest.
I don't think we should be talking this way.
I often do things that I shouldn't do. Here, take this book. It's by Heinrich Heine. Happens to be Jewish, I believe.
That doesn't matter.
You're right. Good. When you return the book to me, I'll ask you if you like it, and then we can talk about it for a while. Then, we can talk about life, and how we feel about each other. It can all be very pleasant.
Oh, Fietka, is there something I can do for you?
No, thank you.
You forgot your book.
No, it's mine.
Good day, Hava.
Good day.
Fietka.
Good day, Fietka.
Milo, where you going? Milo? Phil, you just stay there, get your jacket on, there'll be music playing, time out. Go into the light, move stage left. Right, stage right. Okay, so just so you know, there's no benches, there's no chairs, there's nothing on stage during the wedding, except the rope and the chuppah. The rope goes behind the chuppah, that's it. You don't know that, but you shouldn't be doing things that I didn't tell you to do. Please slide the chairs and the bench. The two chairs can stay on stage, actually, by the house, just by each house. The rope. What? Rope. There's nothing that should be on stage except the chuppah, a chair by the house on stage right, a chair by the house on stage left, and the rope lengthwise behind the chuppah. Behind the chuppah, against the wall. There it is. All the way open lengthwise. Don't come out because the music's not playing. Why would you come out? Get off the stage, please. So, Dave,
Yeah.
so this next scene change that happens, the actors do it, and they know what comes out. Why they took it out now, I don't know. But they should know what to do, and there's two tables and there's chairs to them. So
Okay.
it's not your job or anyone's job but theirs. Got it?
Okay, boss.
Can you guys move over stage, right? Move over, Milo. There you go. You're in the wedding, you're not marching down the aisle. Just get on stage. Just get on, everyone on stage.
Is this the little boy at play?
I don't remember growing older.
Did she get to be a needed to be so tall? Words of wisdom can I give them? How can I appease their pain?
Just take the table out. It's there. I placed it there. Nope. It looks just like the other one. It's backstage. Just put it there. I put it exactly where it was supposed to be. By the black curtain. Yes. Pull it. Pull it. Pull it. Pull it.
Yes, yes,
Pull it
yes,
all the way over. Pull it. Same place it's always been.
Pull it.
Thank you. Get 3 chairs and sit. And I don't know where mine is, but where's the table?
There's 2 tables.
There's 2 tables.
We've never set this stage before, as far as I know.
Every day for 4 months, I said, you bring the table, you bring the chairs. We've never used the table and chairs, but the people who bring it out should have the physical thing and be able to do it. You're not involved. Don doesn't do it. Richard doesn't do it. Milo doesn't do it. I gave it to people. So what I'm saying now, so I don't have a heart attack, just bring it out and sit and continue to see. That's all I'm asking for. Bring out the table and sit on it. The other side, the men's table, where Muddle is.
In front of them. Does it go in front of them?
In front of the bench?
Nothing to do with the bench. Bring it up stage. Move your chairs. I can't come down. You have to say exactly where that is. Yes. No.
We need 3 chairs here.
This is just to get the table.
There's no chair from the off. That chair is not in the seat. It should not even have been on the stage. I don't know where it came from. Okay, hold on. Everybody stand up, please. Back up. No, I can't do this now. Can you stand in front of me? I just want to know. Yes. None of this is any different than we've been practicing. It's just now you have physical benches. So I don't understand why this is so hard. You just have a physical thing now. You never had this before. But the seating's exactly the same.
Excuse me.
Move the chairs back. This bench never lived in Anatevka. I found it on stage. There's chairs here. There's another black chair, but this is one more.
We don't have it, but I'll have to
There was more than one. You had the other.
There's 2, right? There's 2.
Two. There was 3.
Do you know who owns the bench?
And that's one too. There was 3. You know where the other benches? Can you girls get up right here? And black chairs. Everybody back up. Look out.
We have one more bench.
Same as always. Nothing has changed. Is there another chair? No. Well, we're not using this for the show. Use this use this for now. Nothing's changed. And I have to watch this. And I think,
But physically, nobody did it, so.
correct.
And nobody knew the exercise.
That's not the point. Nobody pulled it out. And I came 40 minutes early to make sure it was in the right spot. And it didn't happen. What row are you in? Then go in the back row. Hold on. We're not getting any more benches. We're gonna use that bench instead. That's not the, no. All right, everybody sit down like you're supposed to. Please continue to sit. You are, this is the scene where everybody's sitting. This is the reception.
I'm moving over.
Everyone sit. You're not on stage yet. Rabbi, come from here, not on stage yet.
There's another bench that looks like that.
It's okay with me. That's not your chair. Who sits at this table
The rabbi.
is the rabbi. Just sit down and stand up, it doesn't matter. We don't need another bench. No, thank you. 2 and 2, I never asked. Yeah, you know what? Bring that here. Get rid of that one, it's the wrong bench.
Do we have the short one then?
Nope. 2 and 6. We'll worry about it when I get the right bench. Those are not the right bench. I said it 3 times. Sit.
Laser.
Make noise. Oh, somebody, you have the script in front of you?
Yes.
Can you read the ink paper line? Make noise.
We need some more drinks here. What are we doing?
Shot.
Anybody got any food?
He's doing the lines. Could you listen?
My friends, we are gathered here. I'm Eva. My friends, we are gathered.
Just say it, please,
My
'cause I'm
friends,
not happy.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to be funny. My friends, we're gathered here to share the joy of the newlyweds, Muttal and Tidal. May they live together in peace to a ripe old age. Amen. Here comes our beloved rabbi. May he be with us for many, many years.
Amen.
I want to announce that the bride's parents are giving the newlyweds the following: a new feather bed, a pair of goose pillows. Sorry, the script is wrong.
Okay.
Ron just think goose pillows.
She did.
Goose pillows, and this pair of candlesticks. Now, let us in our joy tonight not forget those who are no longer with us, our dear departed, who lived in pain and poverty and hardship, and who died in pain. But enough of tears. Let's be merry and content like our good friend Laser Wolf, who has everything in the world except a bride. But Laser has no ill feelings. In fact, he has a gift for the newlyweds, and he wants to announce himself. Come, Laser Wolf. Stand, sorry. Like he said, I have no ill feelings. What's done is done. I am giving the newlyweds 5 chickens. One for each of their first 5 Sabbaths of their wedded life.
Ebenezer, you are a decent man. And in the name of my daughter and her new husband, I accept your gift. There's a famous saying.
Tanya, I'm not marrying your daughter, and I don't have to listen to your sayings.
You can just listen for a second. I was just going to say.
Why should I listen to you, a man who breaks an agreement?
Not now, Laser. In the middle of a wedding?
I have a right to talk.
What right? It's not your wedding.
It should have been.
Red Laser, don't shame Red Tevye at his daughter's wedding.
But he shamed me in front of the whole village.
What's done is done.
Once up, Butcher, always up, Butcher.
My grandmother came from the grave. I got a son.
What grandmother? What grave? My grandfather came from his grave and told me that her grandmother was a big liar.
He drank on it.
The terms weren't settled.
I heard them. I saw that they drank on.
And the terms weren't settled.
I had a sign.
An agreement is an agreement.
Quiet! What is all of this screaming
A young girl decides for herself?
Why not? Yes, they love each other.
Love?
Terrible!
A radical.
What happens to the matchmaker?
I say, let's sit down.
Well, you all heard the wise words of the rabbi?
Musicians, play.